So first of all, I welcome you all the first year students, the freshest students, those are entering in the course of the Tirthankar Mahavir Universities for the various disciplines. It's a heartily welcome to you all. I, Dr. Pankaj Kumar Goswami, welcomes you in the new era of the electronics engineering. I have a target to just give you a little insight about the electronics engineering so that by the first year you will try to understand that what exactly the electronics and what are the utilities, and nowadays what are the application part where we can utilize our knowledge. So this is a very important task, and meanwhile this is also very much important for you all to know about your assets. If you have entered at the university, you have just taken an admission, so you must know whom you can contact for what specific reason, what may be the facility you are just going to have within the university. So the university is providing two sort of the facility. One is the infrastructure overall, this is for you, and the second is their academic assets. The academic assets, your faculty members, your teachers, your trainer, your instructors, those are going to give a wonderful training to you. On the basis of that training you would be able to make your dream true. This is exactly the target and the motive. So if I talk about myself, I'm Dr. Pankaj Kumar Goswami and I'm associate professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. And here in this department, I'm just working in the field of the electronics engineering. I'm just doing a lot of research, working area. So those are thinking for the innovative ideas, looking to just plan some projects and something like that. So they can easily contact me anytime. So this kind of a facility I'm just providing related with the innovative ideas, technology, like looking for some sort of the standard things, what is going innovative inside the field and outside the market, what is the need of industry. If anybody is thinking upon, and definitely one must, if looking for and thinking upon, then easily contact to me. So meanwhile, you might be able to get my number also because this is itself in a group, so you may contact me personally too. So let's begin with the today's topic. Here, a vast topic, which is the electronics engineering. If suppose I go with this word electronics engineering, so nobody is here who says that I don't know about the electronics. Because if you see here, right now we are communicating, we are talking to each other, we are capable to watch each other. This is nothing but an electronics. If you see, first of all, this is exactly the thing, the mobile phone, which is in your hand, this is electronics. So once you wake up in the morning, you find all around you're surrounded with the electronics, and you are quite habitual of all this. And all these electronic equipments, if you see them, so they're making your life very easy and they are making your life very comfortable. So here in this section, in this particular area, I'm having a very little insight that you must go and find to explore what is specialty, what is the thing which is exactly inside this mobile phone which makes it special. Just only its application part, what you're watching on the screen? No, something is here which is inside it. So let's begin, let's explore it, what exactly inside this one. This is our target. So let's move it on. So if you see here, so right now, first of all, whenever you are looking to get an insight of any subject, you are looking to find out any subject, you are trying to exploring something, so comes with the three questions. First, where, what, and why. Until and unless you would be able to understand where it is, what it is, and why it is. So under three D's W, so always remember you're going to enter into the field of the technocrats. Like you're going to enter in the field of the engineering. That's important. Always come with the three W's. Keep it with you. That I have three W's always for each and every subject. The first, where, what I'm studying, where it is applicable, where it has a utility. Am I really able to find it out nearby? Because the technology has no objective, that technology has no benefit if it is not for the public use. So it should have some sort of the public interaction, it should have some sort of the public utility. So first of all, look at out where exactly it is. So I have already talked about starting and wake up from the morning. Like first of all, you are having an alarm in your watch, that is exactly the electronic. You are just calling to someone that I wake up, that's a mobile phone, you have this. You're then going for your refrigerator, you're going for your microwave oven, you're going anywhere, the washing machine, you're going for the geyser, if you're going anywhere in the home. So starting from morning to going to still sleep, If you are moving through the transports, and definitely all transport panels are electronic panels. Now you have an open door, just push a button and just open the door of your bus or a car. That's now facility of the electronic. So similarly, going to the market, watching different kind of a shops, a door is itself opening of a shop. That's an electronics. You are getting a displays on the boards of the shops. That is an electronic. So starting from the varieties displays, control, mechanism, everywhere you find out the electronic. So we cannot say that this is now a very special question for us. Where is the electronics? It is everywhere. So now this is the perfect answer for this. The electronics is everywhere. So the everywhere we have this electronics. Now the thing is looking for what exactly. Suppose I'm talking about this mobile phone, and if you see here on the screen, you find out that these are the electronic equipments. So what exactly it is? What is? So this is here basically something special which is making a different kind of a thing, which is electronics. What is that? If you see on the screen, you're finding something is rotating over here. What exactly it is? It is a kind of a very specific board. So nothing but this particular board is making this electronic equipment very, very special. And we have a target to make it understand that whether this particular board is doing to something with us or not. So something is like that. If you see, I'm just making you able to show that this is the thing which is all common in such kind of electronics equipment. So if we explore all these equipments, so under all these equipment, we are able to find out that something is common. So how we can distinguish that this particular application is based on electronics not? So we have to go for another thing, that we have to check out if suppose large number of the applications are there. Many applications we see in the daily life, in the daily routine. So what is special in that that makes them in the part of electronics engineering? Something is there. What's that? That is nothing but this board. So if you see, something is common in all. Exactly that kind of a circuit board, what I have already shown to you. So this kind of a board is available. This kind of a board is available in all kind of electronics equipment, and we say, oh, this is the electronics equipment because it has something. If suppose we see if this is the electronics, so only this board will be known as electronics or something else. So let's move it on and check further. Oops, this board has something. What is that? That is an IC. And we have diodes, we have LEDs, we have some registers, we have some combinations. It means each and every board has something which is called as a components. So if you see here, so if you're talking about the big application, and under this big application, if you see here, you find a board first. If suppose you've broken up everything, anything, suppose you have something like old mobile phone, don't break it. I am not suggesting. But if suppose you have a mobile phone with you and you're breaking it up, then you are watching, this is there. And finally, if you have a board, you see on the board we have components. And finally, if we suppose we have an option to break these components, then we see, oh, something is here which is called inside this particular component. If we see inside the IC, we find a very specific kind of a materials that is called as a semiconductor material, or nowadays we call as a nanomaterials. So starting from the beginning, application part, what we have in our hand, making it open, checking what exactly inside it, finally opening and breaking this particular board and finding out we have components, and inside the component if we see what is special, that is a semiconductor. So ultimately an application, a mobile phone is a mobile phone. A mobile phone is an electronic equipment. A mobile phone is giving us a facility only because of what? Board, then component, then material. So this is all about exactly the electronic. So something is special where? The something is special in that material. So that's why I have to move on for the material. And while we are just moving towards some material, we have to go for the basic structure of a material. And we know that every material is defined only because of what? Atomic structure. So we have atomic structure with us. So let's see, if we suppose we have this one, like if materials are responsible to make an electronic application, then what is special in material? So every material is made up of atomic structure. It is made up of atomic structure. So you have to go for first atomic structure. You have to talk about that, what exactly. So each and every atomic structure is very same. We have a nucleus, we have a neutrons around that, and definitely electrons are moving around. So this is exactly, so we have nucleus. Nucleus is consisting basically the neutrons and as well as the protons, and electrons are moving around. This exactly we are having in atomic structure. Moving ahead with this, and we know that the electrons which are moving around a atom is an important part. So once we are having this one, so let's talk about, is there any special kind of a material which is capable, which is comfortable to make something special in the electronics? So if we see here, a very simple kind of a material has been taken from the nature, and that particular material was silicon. Just take an example. And when we just studied about the silicon, we could be able to find out that silicon is having 4 electrons in its valency band. Silicon is having 4 electrons in its valency band. And all these electrons which are the part of the valency band, were having a 4 outermost shells. It means all these electrons are looking to complete its octet. See, very, very important. Who wants to become stable? Everybody wants to become stable. So stability is somewhat related to, like suppose we are here and we are studying. Why we are studying? We are studying just only we want to become stable. We are getting a degree, and then after we are looking for a job. Once we have a job, we can say we are a stable one. So similarly, an atom has an stability. And what does this stability relate with? This stability is related with the completion of octet. It's a very common phenomenon. You people are all definitely understanding this one, completed 12th here. So this is a very common completion of an octet. But interesting part is there, because large number of the atoms are there, large number of the procedures are there for completing the octet. But here in the case of the silicon, talking about specifically semiconductors, it's a very special phenomena. They have 4 electrons around them, but what they want to complete it 8. But they cannot give their own 4 electrons to other, and they cannot take 4 electrons from other. So what they can do? So that's why they are sharing their electrons with the other neighbor covalent atoms. So 4 different atoms, silicon atom, are sharing with each other and saying, okay, fine, you have electron, I have electron, let's share and make it completed. So silicon and silicon are just having a covalent bond. They are just sharing a relationship with each other and making octet complete. A silicon with 4 more silicons are making a covalent bond with each other. And by this, combining and getting 4 electrons, this sharing from the neighbor 4 electrons, they make completed their octet. And this is exactly the beauty of the completion. But while they are making this covalent bond, the important part is here, this covalent bond is not too much strong. And once this particular bond is not strong, so it has so many reasons that it can easily be broken up. And because it is not strong, not required so much of energy, so it can easily be made up of. So what is important? Let's coming back. So we have an application. Application is depending upon board. Chipboard size are there. Chipboard is made of component, and component are made up of a special material. And among them special material, we have a very special material, which is the semiconductor material. The semiconductor material has an atom which has 4 electrons in its outermost shell, and these 4 electrons make covalent bond and create such kind of a structure. So that kind of a structure is making it special. And what is special inside that? Special, the making of covalent bond. The covalent bond is very, very special phenomena that has been done here. If we move ahead, if we see here and checking up, if suppose the silicons are making covalent bonds, then definitely a piece, if suppose we have a simple piece of semiconductor, so under this semiconductor, how they will be arranged? So they will be arranged in 3-dimensional pattern, making such kind of a bond with each other. They are making a covalent bond one with another and making in all direction. It means x direction, y direction, and z direction. So by this, they are making their own structure. So this is the way of making of a silicon structure. So if you just have a piece of semiconductor and you say This is my piece of semiconductor. I'm going to make a device. So if you see inside, you have a microscope and you are capable to see it. So that kind of a structure you find within the silicon substance. This is exactly the meaning. So that kind of a bonding has been created. Now, important phenomena comes. Like, see, we talked about specialty of electronics is totally depending upon specialty of material. So something is here which is not in conductors and which is not in insulator. What is that? We have to find out. See, whenever we are studying, always go with that. Always go with that to pick a key point. What is the key point? Just always pick that key point. So if we see here, so we talk about the semiconductors are there, and everybody says semiconductors are those material which are having an electrical property in between conductor and the insulator, but not like that. The conductor and the insulators are fine, that's okay, but what is special, what is there which makes it semiconductor, which makes it properties between conductor and the insulator? This is something now we are having. So first of all, in the previous slide I have talked about that semiconductor materials makes 4 different covalent bond with the nearby 4 silicon atoms, and all these kind of silicon atoms are making a covalent bond, and especially these covalent bonds are weak covalent bond, and these covalent bonds are directly affected by so many factors. And let's see what are these factors. First of all, the factor is temperature. They are temperature sensitive. If you are having a piece of semiconductor, you are keeping this piece of semiconductor in somewhat area where is a cold, it means you are putting your semiconductor in winter, you are putting your semiconductor in a summer. So that definitely changes its property. This is exactly the beauty. If you are having a piece of semiconductor in India and you are having a piece of semiconductor in Antarctica, obviously the same piece of semiconductor will have a definitely different properties.
It change, right?
This is exactly so let's move on. So I told you that specific piece of semiconductor, if suppose we have a piece of semiconductor and that piece of semiconductor is having such property that it is first of all affected by the temperature. Second, because electrons are the charged particles, obviously each and every charged particle is affected by electric and magnetic field. So the two factor comes. First factor is the temperature and the second factor is the electric field. So these are two prominent factors which directly affects what? Covalent bond property, directly affects semiconductor, directly affect the electrons involved in the covalent bond. That exactly I'm just telling. If you see, now I'm just coming on a main important part, which is the electron hole concept. This is a very, very beautiful concept. What happens? Now we have a complete lattice. In complete lattice, electrons are making a covalent bond with the another electron with the silicons. So that is a silicon structure being formed like this one. This kind of a structure is there. Now, if suppose by any process, maybe because of the temperature, maybe because of electric field, if anyhow, it is receiving an energy, it is getting an energy, then there is a chance that electron which are involved in covalent bond, that electron which is involved in a covalent bond, then exactly that may receive kind of an energy that they broken up. When two people wants to remain in bond, when two people wants sharing, they want only, suppose we have two business partners, and two business partner initially were having a little amount of money. One said, okay, I have a little money and you have two, we combine the money and then we just make a business. But anyhow, if somebody is getting a proper sufficient amount, then he say, why I'm just sharing my profit to it, I become free and I'll do independently my business. This is exactly the meaning. So similarly, it happens in the case of this covalent bond also. Anyhow, if electrons involved in the covalent bond receive energy, then they've broken up. Then the covalent bonds are broken up, and this may be because of temperature, because we know that this temperature is directly enhancing an energy. Temperature directly enhances an energy. So reason is what? I suppose whether you have just gone through or not, or later on you will go, this is E proportional to directly T. So it wasn't a question that if suppose we are rising the temperature, so if it has a proportionality, obviously energy will keep on rising. So at high temperature, high probability of receiving of energy. At high temperature, high probability of high kinetic energy. So when we are rising up the temperature of a semiconductor material, obviously its energy increases, and when energy increases, these electrons breaks the covalent bond, and electron says that now I have become free, I am just going up, and that releases its energy and becomes free, known as free electron. So this is exactly the first concept known as free electron, and because in semiconductor we only call it as an electron. What happens when a electron becomes free from the covalent bond? When an electron becomes free from the covalent bond, then a vacancy is left over. If suppose you people are in class, and because of any reason a student come to me, I'm teaching to you all, and a student come to me and ask that, sir, I have some reason I have to go outside. So he is just receiving energy from me. He's getting permission, it means receiving, and says, okay. I said, okay, fine, you can go outside. So he left the room. Then what happens? His vacancy has been created. So that a student who is going outside from the room become free because he can move in corridor. But the you people who are sitting in the class cannot move on. But the vacancy, the part where the student was being seated is not here, is there. So that is called as a vacancy. So now in semiconductor material, we say that when an electron is receives energy, it becomes free and vacancy is created. And this becoming of electron free is depending upon temperature. That is, when rises the temperature, obviously it receives energy, it becomes more electrically conducting because we get the free electron. Similarly, when in the case when we have condition when we get the electric field, so whenever we have an electric field, under this electric field condition, it might be possible that electrons receive energy as kinetic, which is called as a E equals to half mv square. So that is a kinetic energy because of the electric field. F equals to QE, force लगता ही लगता है. So all of this because of reason the energy is received by the electron, and because of these two reasons covalent bonds broken up. And when these covalent bonds broken up, under this situation, we have a electron and we have a hole. So this is exactly the electron and hole concept that is being generated. So that kind of electron and hole pairs are generated. If you see here in this slide, you find out we have a electrons around that, and when electron becomes free, a vacancy is created. And what happens? This vacancy sustained remains in the semiconductor material. This vacancy sustains in the semiconductor material, and because of the semiconductor material vacancy, this vacancy has an ability to move on. Holes are moving because they have the energy, or electrons are moving because they have the energy. Now what happens with the hole? So take example back. I permitted the student inside the class. Take example of class. Student left the class. Vacancy is created. At that vacancy, what happens? Suppose that a student was being seated on first seat. So now this first seat has vacant. The student who was sitting on the second seat thought, oh, the first seat is vacant. Why I'm not going there? That's a better option. The student get my permission, a little permission. He asked me, may I? I permitted. Okay, you may. The student on from the second seat come on first. Now the vacancy shifted to second seat. Similarly, the third. Similarly, the fourth one. So this is basically the process by which students keep on moving from last to next, and vacancy keep on moving to the back side. So this is the phenomena. So by this phenomena, it happens that electrons moves freely and vacancy moves because of the capturing of electron from one to another. But those electrons are moving freely. They are having a different conductivity. Those are moving from valency to valency. They are having a different conductivity. So my target, what exactly my target? My target is there to make you understand why this mobile phone is special, why electronics components are special. So if you see here in semiconductor, we got one thing, that now we don't have only one type of charge carriers. We have electrons, we have holes. What is difference in holes and electron? The difference in holes and electron is that electrons are quite faster, they have high mobility, and holes have low mobility. Because of that, overall electrical property of this semiconductor material is controllable, which is exactly the importance, which is not possible in insulator. Insulator, it is offing. Conductor, it is just flowing the current. But the semiconductor, it can flow, it can stop, it can make it high, it can make it low, or this kind of a facility is helping us to make a control. Say example, suppose that you are standing on a shop and the shop has automatic door. If suppose you are reaching near to the door up to a certain distance, then only you have this particular door open, but you are standing a little away, door is not open. It means device knows if you come close, then only it open. If you are not coming close, it is not opening. So who is deciding that? This is the current control capability, and that current control capability is a very special attribute of this semiconductor material, and these are the basic meaning of this one. So I'm here just